In the mid-90s, a private investment company acquired the Lake Nona Golf and Country Club, an already established private golf community surrounded by rural land next to the Orlando International Airport. And much like Disney 30 years before this, Tavistock had a vision to create a community around wellness and innovation, a long-term plan that would later be recognized by Fortune on how to build a great American city. And although Lake Nona is a community within a city, it feels like a city within a city. Lake Nona is known as Medical City, and that's due to the health cluster that's here. University of Central Florida has a health and science campus and the Lake Nona Hospital here. There's the Orlando Veterans and Affairs Medical Center, numerous children's hospital. University of Florida has a research and academic center here, the Guidewell Innovation Center, and the J&J Learn, formerly known as the Johnson & Johnson Human Performance Institute. Now, with healthcare being such a primary important driver to the Florida economy, Lake Nona both has great jobs here, but they're also being a feeder to these great jobs, which I think is really important if you want a self-sustaining economy. Now, you're going to hear a lot about tech and forward thinking and wellness, but really an underappreciated value of Lake Nona has to be the recreation. And we'll go ahead and start with Nona Adventure Park. Now, this is Central Florida's first inflatable water park. Now, not only do you have this obstacle course, you can also learn what it's like to be on the water in Florida in a controlled environment. So instead of trailing a boat, you have these zip lines taking you around, teaching you different ways that you can do water sports. You obviously have the Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. If you're an enthusiast like myself, this is one of the most prestigious golf courses in Central Florida. And in Lake Nona, there's a lot of walking trails and green space and lakes, obviously, that you can see that they've kept throughout the community. So it's excellent for walking around. Now, when you start to get into these sports and performance, this is where it gets really interesting. The Lake Nona Performance Club, easily one of the most comprehensive medically integrated fitness facilities I've ever seen. And I was in the fitness industry for a long time. The lobby was massive. The staff is very, very welcoming. You get all of those things like your strength and your cardio training. You have integrated software that allows you to track all of your workouts. So it's like your personal trainer on your phone, if you will. There's group classes and pools. And then they have the high level with the indoor track overlooking the basketball courts for your more functional workouts. Now, what's interesting was the Human Performance Lab. This is where you go to learn about yourself. It sounds just like what it is. They could test your metabolism, your resting heart rate, and obviously they took me through this emotion analysis, which is pretty cool.
Drop down, explode up as high as you can.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you're good.
This is great if you play a sport or if you do any day-to-day things and you want to prevent injuries or if you're having some issues. You need to check this out. There's even this 40-foot indoor rock climbing wall. The best part about all of this is you do not have to be a part of the community to have a membership here. In fact, many people outside of Lake Nona use this as their primary place to work out. Now, when developing Lake Nona, the infrastructure was thought of carefully, not just for the immediate, but for the foreseeing future. Lake Nona is Florida's first gigabit community. The entire community is equipped with 10 plus gigabit fiber optic network. What does that mean for you? Well, better phone calls, better internet throughout the community, but it's also the backbone for the autonomous vehicles. Lake Nona is home to the largest and longest running autonomous shuttle network in the United States, known as Move Nona. These things are cool. They're like self-driving taxis where you can go from the hospital to the town center to get something to eat without anybody around, which is really, really neat. Now, while the U.S. works to catch up, Lake Nona is still innovating and is expected to host the nation's first vertiport. It's pretty much an airport for electric aircraft that take off and land vertically. This is not a helicopter. It's like an air taxi, so to speak. And this will make travel to places like Tampa and other closer locations much easier than ever imagined. And remember, this is a community, not a city. A community this robust relies on visitor impact. Outside dollars are essential to maintain its high level of amenities. The United States Tennis Association has its national campus here in Lake Nona.
We hosted the NCAA Division I championships here last year. We're also the home court for UCF's men's and women's tennis teams. Because there's always people here that want to see them play.
A worldwide sport bringing in worldwide visitors.
Right now we're hosting a national level 1, which means the top tier, girls 16 doubles. So this is a national championship that's occurring right now for juniors.
64 acres of the best facilities in the U.S. Every type of court you can imagine, every style of racket sport here, and it's all open to the public. Multiple professional tennis players call this place home, and the amount of tournaments held here not only bring in the athletes from across the world, but it's the enthusiasts that follow making the largest impact.
This is Jason Harnett. He's the national head coach for Team USA wheelchair tennis. And if you look on the other side, is Shingo Kunieda. He's waving. He is literally the GOAT of wheelchair tennis. He is the greatest of all time.
Game, set and match, Kunieda.
Sorry. We need to meet Shingo. Nice to see you.
How are you?
Shingo, good to see you.
You. What are you doing?
How are you? Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
Single.
But what's next for you?
What's next? Oh, to come here and learn English at UCF now. Coach is one option for my next
Coaching
career.
possibly?
So
Yeah, that'd
that's
be good
why.
for you.
Yeah,
That'd be
I think now is learning time.
Could you imagine learning basketball from LeBron James?
I don't know if you've heard of Kei Nishikori. He's the #1 Japanese pro in the world. And of course, Roger Federer, who's the famous tennis player of all time, is a Uniqlo ambassador. So he knows Roger. They hang out all the time, and they're always going on trips together to promote the brand.
So if I want free Uniqlo,
Give me what you want.
just across the street, you have a Loft Hotel. It's the perfect location for these visitors and athletes. You have splashes of tennis history throughout the hotel, state-of-the-art ballrooms and breakout rooms for functions and meetings. But the real secret to a loft is happy hour, believe it or not. Multiple people say it's their first stop when planning an evening out in Lake Nona.
Okay, so featuring the WXYZ bar, this is standard at every Marriott. We offer a custom happy hour from 4 to 7. We change it seasonally, so it's gonna have different cocktails each season. So it's featuring the PBC Espresso Martini this time. We've always got discounted beer and wine. And then on Saturday nights and Sunday mornings, we have live entertainment.
Is it just happy hour? Does it go beyond happy hour, like the bar here?
Well, we do have a full menu available till 10 p.m. So it features tacos, wings, and then we do have a happy hour menu as well. It's got a tuna tostada, a veggie flatbread, so custom things like that.
You would love this. Because it has coffee. It tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
Like has coffee tones. Espresso martini, yeah.
I was promised an iced coffee this morning.
Really? On the last leg of the day? You did so good. You did so good.
An easy second stop is Boxy Park, located adjacent to Lake Nona's walkable and charming town center. Boxy is a popular outdoor entertainment venue that offers a blend of food, drinks, and live music. Boxy's well known for it being built out of shipping containers, but this place is very underrated for entertainment and at times could be the most popular in the community. But I have to say there's no place in Lake Nona like Wave. You probably have seen this work of art when driving by right off the highway. And if you haven't stopped in, I can honestly say you can miss an entire aspect of Lake Nona. Wave is an incredible place to stay, and it accommodates for all types of visitors, whether you want a smaller room or a penthouse. But beyond this, Wave is An awesome place to visit. The lobby's filled with miraculous art and at times moves and shapes throughout the day. The sculpture garden is its own creative maze. There's Braille on the side of the parking garage just outside. There's these little hidden messages and everything seems to have a meaning behind it. They have AI windows that self-tint. The toilets are smart. And after a while, you tend to realize that this place it's living. But at night is when it becomes alive. Bacan offers an upscale dining experience with inspired flavors from Central and South America. You can honestly order everything on the menu, organize it in any order that you want to, and you will not be wrong. The setting was just right. Open kitchen concept, allowing the sights and sounds of cooking to play as your 5-star ambient noise.
My name's Ryan Wood. The tasting menu that we have offers 7 courses. The table touches with the som and doing the wine pairing, and then it's nothing from our regular menu. We cycle it all the time. We have a pastry chef. They do the desserts for upstairs and downstairs, and they do a phenomenal job, honestly. Yeah, we worked really hard here. We've done a lot from the ground up to what we have today. So everybody inside the entire hotel pretty much kind of puts towards the passion of just trying to be good, offer a quality product, make people happy, and it just feels good to be part of that.
But this is just one of many. Nami offers a modern take on Japanese cuisine with a European twist. Haven Kitchen was great for lunch, and it overlooked the pool. This was my favorite looking room in the entire building. The windows all around covered in greenery, and at nighttime it was the entryway to the nightlife. Now, when it comes to real estate in Lake Nona, there is a wide variety of styles, from these tiny micro apartments up to the large luxury living inside of the country club. With all of the resale and the new construction in the area, there's a lot to cover when it comes to making the right decision. So make sure you're following my real estate channel, as we post videos almost every single day helping people buy and sell real estate, not just in Lake Nona, but the surrounding areas, linked in the description down below. Lake Nona offers us a glimpse into the future, and it's far from completed, but the question still remains: is this the blueprint for communities moving forward, or just some sort of experiment? Only time will tell. Look, I would love to stick around, but as long as you're subscribed, we're gonna see each other again. So until next time.